My name is Ik and we're coming to you live from Johannesburg. And was that an amazing performance or what?
Okay, so thank you for joining us, Ik Osakioduwa. I hope I got that
Yes, you did.
correctly.
Thank you very much.
As Nigeria celebrates 60, how do you think the industry has helped, Nigeria?
I think it has helped put a different story, a different narrative about Nigeria out there, about people that are doing well, people that are flourishing. There's a lot that the West would like to talk about when they think of Nigeria, but it's not usually good things. It's about the starving children, about the war-torn areas, about the clashes in culture and religion. But what entertainment did was that it put us out there for our giftedness, for our talent, media also for our dogged nature when it comes to getting out there. And showed a different side to the world that may have never known that there are good things in Nigeria.
Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history.
That can-do spirit, right? I think that comes from our numbers. We're so many that if you're going to make any impact in society, you've got to try a little bit harder. I was sitting in a bar with a friend of mine in South Africa, and he's South African, and we were just chatting, and then a group of Nigerian men walked in, and I promise you the whole atmosphere in the bar changed. And he said, what is this? What is this atmosphere you guys carry that when you step into a place you change it? And I said to him, it has to do with our numbers. We're hundreds of millions in the country, so if you're going to speak and be heard, you have to lift your voice. And that's figuratively speaking, obviously, but also in reality, because there's so many people trying to do what you're doing, trying to talk to the girl you're trying to talk to, trying to get the job that you're trying to get, trying to get the contract that you're trying to bid for, you have to do a little bit better, a little bit more, and be different and be exceptional and be more aggressive. Be able to do things that other people can't say me too. That's what makes us dogged. We're so many that you have to fight a little bit harder to get what you want.
And the BET award goes to
Davido.
Two-Face!
Burna Boy!
And I know many other countries are not going to agree with what I'm about to say, but Nigeria is going to be the gateway to entertainment in Africa. I mean, the numbers support it. We have the numbers to make it happen. We have the mental capacity to make it happen. We have the aggression, the aggressive nature to make it happen. So Nigeria is going to become the gateway to Africa. When you want something from Africa, when you want to do something in Africa, you're going to come through Nigeria. You can say that's probably South Africa right now, how South Africa is in terms of its ability to be able to bring you the finesse and the skill and the manpower to get a job done. But we have the numbers. So we have the business and the capacity in terms of human resource to get it done. So that's going to be Nigeria.
Okay, but how many years are you looking at for us to get to this point?
Maybe 10, maybe 10.
10 more years.
Maybe 10. I think because the technology bridges the gap a lot faster than it used to. So 10 years, a lot could have changed in Nigeria. If our polity doesn't get any worse, I don't know, we hope it gets better. But if it doesn't get any worse, in 10 years, I think we'll be doing a lot bigger and better in our entertainment industry.
But this is the question that I love to ask. So if Ik, you were, chosen as the president of Nigeria as at now, what are some of the things that you would do differently?
I'd form an ideology of what it is to be Nigerian. You see, people who leave their countries to move to the US and try to become citizens there, they send them through classes. They teach them about the history of the land and how they've gotten to where they are now. Crucial wars, crucial laws that were passed, and what it means to be American. That's why they all have that, I'm free, I have liberty, I have my rights. They have that sense of, I know my rights, even the people who became Americans yesterday. So I would invest money in molding what the idea is of being Nigerian. And I would take the things that people have looked at us in a bad way for, and I would paint them in the right light. So our aggression is not a bad thing, it's a great thing. I would sell the nature of who we are and how we fight for what we want. We push. And then I would invest in the youth. I would really invest in technology and people that are young, that haven't been soiled with the evil thoughts and mentalities of our fathers and mothers, that are not as tribalistic, people with a worldview. I'd invest in that generation.
All right. And there's been a lot of saying that Nigerian youths are lazy and they have misplaced priorities. What is your take on that?
I don't understand where that came from. I don't know what people mean by they're lazy. I won't say they're lazy. I would say that they may be jaded and disillusioned because hope has been taken from them. You know, the fact that our parents and us can sit down and talk about our leaders and we're talking about the same people is a problem. It's enough to make people lose hope. Like, when will our turn come? You know, I was on radio for 18 years, right? And I decided, okay, it's time to move on to something else. If I didn't move on and I sat on that same seat in that same radio station for another 20 years, when they hire somebody brand new out of university who's fresher than me, who's finer than me, who's got the brand new ideas, can relate with the town, relate with the young people, and he's not able to make progress because the top is heavy and people like me are sitting there saying, yes, we've been here 20 years, we've been here 40 years. At some point he will lose interest in everything that's happening in that radio station, you know? And that's what's happened to Nigeria. A lot of young people who have steam, who have energy, who have the drive that can still make big progress happen, they found that they can't move up in government, they can't move up in establishments because heavy people are sitting there saying, you know, this is what's up. And so they've lost interest. So it's not that they're lazy, it's that their dreams are dying. I said something very arrogant to a friend of mine. I said, listen, I'm a Nigerian man. He said, and so I said, that means I am the equivalent of 3 European men because at my age, at 40 something, I'm managing things the average European man my age doesn't manage. He doesn't have to worry about his security. He doesn't have to worry about generating power. He doesn't have to worry about, you know, supplying water to his house or building a property he just buys with a mortgage. And, you know, he doesn't have to worry about getting cash down to pay 3 years rent or to build a house with cash, you know. So I'm the equivalent of 3 European men put together, you know. So, but what makes me, I think, most proud is our culture. The culture of respect, the culture of family, you know. Even though we're becoming more Western in our ways, it's hard for a person to die of hunger in Nigeria because there's somebody somewhere who still has a sense of family, you know. It's hard for us to mistreat older people, you know, because we still have a sense of culture. And I think that's something beautiful. It's not something we need to do away with quickly.
We all love it like that.
Speak for yourself.
We love our Nigerian stories. We love our African stories. Because the truth is, when it comes to an African story, good always prevails.
Yes.
Love always wins.
Yes.
And evil is always vanquished. Sorry, Ramsey.
Yes, I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and that's because we're diverse in so many ways, not just our culture and tradition, but in even our thinking, our way of life.